Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with JoJo and Jeff, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is JoJo's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. Now this works two ways for JoJo because it gives her confidence, it gives her a feeling of accomplishment, and all of these things work together to make her secure, able to be crated, able to be left alone. It doesn't seem like there's a connection, but there most certainly is. Now she is sitting very nicely at Jeff's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first thing that we want to take a moment to introduce is the training equipment that we're using. We're using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and Jeff keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only correction is a little tug and release on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. JoJo's going to come home with her very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and we are also using a clicker and treats for JoJo's obedience. And the first command is JoJo heel. Now at this point, JoJo has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with Jeff when walking. And each time that Jeff stops his feet, she's been taught to sit automatically and wait for her next command. So you see that she's thoroughly enjoying her training session, and that each time that she sits or does something correctly, Jeff gives a little click and sometimes gives her a treat. And that's okay to do. And you don't have to treat her every time, and soon you won't have to treat her at all. You can use praise or whatever you want as motivation, but this really keeps her focused and having a good time with the training. You want to go down and back again, Jeff, please? So this is great for walking in the city. You have a dog that's looking at you, that's pretty much unfazed by distractions, that's sitting at crosswalks, sitting when you tell her to, sitting when you stop walking. If you're stopping to talk to someone on the street. Much more confident dog. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is her sit-stay. Stay. It's a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use her name. Your long sit-stay when you're practicing at home, start out at about 30 seconds and slowly work up to 3 minutes. So your homework is to lengthen out distance and time. When Jeff returns back to her, he'll walk right back to her shoulders where they started. He'll praise her for a good job. And they'll take off heeling again. So you can see that she really enjoys her obedience workouts. This is not work for her, this is fun. She enjoys it. Jeff will leave her in another sit-stay. He turns to face her. And this time, instead of returning back to her shoulders like he did before, we're going to demonstrate the come on command. It's JoJo come. She's supposed to come and sit, never come and jump. And she is capable when she gets overexcited of putting her front feet on you. And I'm sure when she sees you, she's going to be extremely excited. So Jeff will have to keep her under control. But she has a great relationship with Jeff. He's going to leave her in another sit-stay and demonstrate the recall again for us. In this command, you do use her name. JoJo, come! Good girl. That time Jeff went all the way out to the end of his leash and then dropped it, and you can practice that right in your apartment. They heal out of that, and the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are her down commands. And see, she's more confident because she's not having to be the pack leader. She's allowing Jeff to be the leader, and she's performing her skills for her reward. So this time Jeff's going to take his left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and use the one-word command to down. Now she loves to give paw, so that's one thing that we've had to overcome with the down. When you tell her to down, she wants to give you her paw. But clearly she knows the down. And this time Jeff can either return back to her like he did on the sit, or he can call her. And Jeff makes it a lot of fun for the dogs if we possibly can. There are dogs that if you try to make it too much fun, they take advantage. But JoJo is a dog that loves to please. Now we're going to demonstrate that down from a heel position again.
Down. Stay. Stay. No, stay.
She's getting too silly now. Yeah, you.
That was my fault. No.
Now this is basically the down from a distance when Jeff's standing in front of her, and again you lengthen out the time and the distance that you can go, and she continues to go down.
And you notice I was being happy and giddy, and she started playing, and now the second I'm serious, she's gonna hold her stay.
Right.
That was trainer error.
Trainer error. He calls her in very calmly, and she comes and sits. Now we have demonstrated for you all of JoJo's formal on-leash obedience commands. We'll be going over her crate training, sample schedule, all of those things. When you come to pick her up, we're going to have a nice area, as long as it doesn't rain, set up outside so we don't have to be too close together. We have more than enjoyed having this girl. She is lovely, and I think that you're going to be very happy with her progress. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you very soon.